The Secret History of the Mongols stands as a monumental work of literature and history, chronicling the rise of Genghis Khan, the man who managed to go from scavenging food from the steppe to the creating one of the largest empires in history. Written in the 13th century, this document captures not only awe-inspiring military achievement of the great Khan, but also eyebrow-raising anecdotes of his childhood ancestry. Let's dive into the origin of this remarkable figure, where mythology, resilience, and a fair dose of steppe-style drama combine to set the stage for the world domination. Genghis Khan, originally named Temujin, claimed descent from the mythical blue wolf, the Burtichon, and the deer, the Guamarl. This was no mere once upon a time tale. In the Mongol tradition, this wolf and deer love story established the Burchan clan's divine legitimacy. As a part of the secret history, pair migrated to the Unknown River, founding a lineage destined to produce one of the famous conquerors in history. And let's be honest, starting your family tree with wolf and deer is way cooler than scribble over family crest. One of the Temujin's more colorful ancestors, the Bodensrumhop, wasn't just any descendant of the wolf and deer. He is described as a cunning figure who allegedly lived off scavenged food, including stolen birds, and rose to prominence against all odds. If scavenging your way to the greatness doesn't scream the Mongol resourcefulness, nothing does. His story foreshadowed the Temujin's own rise from rags to ruling half the known world. Bodenser's background is rooted in extraordinary circumstances. He was born to a family of noble descent, but was cast out due to the disputes over his legitimacy. According to the legend, Bodenser's father, Dobomirung, and his wife, Alongwa, had 3 elder sons before the Dobon's death. After his passing, Alongwa mysteriously gave birth to 2 more sons, including Bodenser himself. When questioned about paternity of these children, Alongwa offered cryptic explanation. She claimed that divine light, symbolizing Tingri, visited her in a form of golden ray. This divine intervention not only established Bodenser's lineage as sacred, but also connected his destiny to the heavens, laying the spiritual foundation for the Burjang clan. Despite his noble origins, Bodenser faced adversity early in life. Cast out by his brothers, he was left to fend for himself in a harsh steppe environment. This experience, isolation, and survival forged his character and prepared him for leadership. The secret history portrays Bodenser as cunning and resourceful figure, qualities that allowed him to gather followers and establish his own tribe. Temujin's birth in 1162 near the Onong River was marked by ominous subtitle as Mongol cavalry charge. He was born holding a blood cloth in his fist. While most parents might panic, Mongols took it as surefire sign that newborn was destined for greatness, or at least to be really good at fistfights. Named after Tatar chieftain his father had recently defeated, Temujin's name carried "Don't mess with me" wife from the day one. Whether it referred to iron or served as a grim reminder of Hisuga's victories, it is clear this kid had expectations placed on him before he even started walking. In his case, probably crawling towards his first conquest, like a main character from movie. After Temujin's father was poisoned by the Tatars when coming back to his tribe with his son, but after death of him, his family was abandoned by the tribe, moved to being unfriended in the harshest way possible. His mother, Holdong, stepped up like one woman's survival show host, keeping the family alive through foraging and herding. She also delivered motivational speeches about perseverance, likely between scolding her kids for not catching enough marmots. In one particularly awkward family fight, Temujin and his brother Hasar killed their half-brother Bichter. Why? Because Bichter, in true annoying sibling fashion, hogged resources and challenged Temujin's budding authority. While not exactly a hallmark family moment, this act solidified Temujin's position as a leader of the family and hinted that no one should take his place. Following the death of the victor, Temujin's family survival on the steppe became even more precarious. Targote, aware of his family's vulnerable position, attempted to kidnap Temujin to assert dominance and neutralize the future competitor. The secret history of the Mongols recounts how Targote and his men ambushed Temujin and capturing him and placing him in a kango, a heavy wooden collar used to restrict movements. Temujin's imprisonment was a harrowing ordeal. He was paraded as captive to humiliate him and demonstrate Targote's power. Yet, even in his dire situation, Temujin's resourcefulness and determination shone through. After spending days under strict surveillance, he seized the opportunity to escape with the help of sympathetic guard. The men, impressed by Temujin's resilience and potential, chose to release him instead of returning him to Targote. The escape from Targote's clutches became a defining moment in Temujin's early life. It reinforced his belief in the importance of royalty and the dangers of fragmented leadership. This event also fueled his determination to unite the Mongol tribes and prevent others from suffering similar betrayals and humiliation. The Targote's incident serves as a microcosm of broader challenge Temujin faced in his rise to power. It illustrates the volatile and dangerous nature of life on Mongolian steppe, where personal vendettas and tribal rivalries often dictates the survival. More importantly, it underscores Temujin's ability to overcome adversity through the combination of cunning, resilience, and the ability to inspire loyalty even among those who were initially his captors. This experience would later shape Temujin's approach to leadership and governance. The lesson of his captivity, how betrayal and disunity could lead to vulnerability, became the central tenet of his quest to unite the Mongol tribes. Through his vision and actions, Temujin transformed such moments of personal suffering into the foundation of powerful and enduring legacy. In 1989, Temujin was formally proclaimed Han, was a significant milestone that marked the beginning of his quest to unite the Mongol tribes. Over the next 2 decades, he waged campaign against the rival tribes, demonstrating unparalleled military acumen and the vision of unity that resonates with his followers. By the 1206, he had successfully united the Mongol tribes and was declared the Genghis Khan, the universal ruler, establishing the foundation of the Mongol Empire. Temujin wasn't just a great warrior, he was also an ultimate networker. His marriage to Berthe, the woman from Hongria tribe, was as much about politics as it was about the law. Berthe's steadfast support proved invaluable, especially when she was kidnapped by a rival tribe and Temujin had staged a dramatic rescue. Nothing says romance like storming into the battle for your ally. The Anda, the pact between Temujin and Zamora, also showcased his knack for forming alliances. Think of it as Mongolian version of swearing to be BFF, except slightly more horseback archery and fewer friendship bracelet. Unfortunately, their friendship soared when Zamora decided he wanted to be top of Han. Spoiler alert, Temujin won that argument by decisively defeating Jamokh in battle. Mongols believed in the guiding power of Tengri, the eternal blue sky, and the omens played a key role in Temujin's rise. His blood-clot birth, victory against overwhelming odds, and knack for turning adversity into opportunity were seen as a sign of divine favor. Temujin's faith in Tengri wasn't just personal, it helped to rally his followers around and share the sense of purpose. Temujin's life, as chronicled in the secret history of Mongols, reads like an epic screenplay. Betrayal, survival, romance, and a vision that united the Mongol tribes under one banner. He was a man who took the fractured steppe and transformed it into a powerhouse that changed the course of history. And if there is one lesson from his history, it's that with enough perseverance and alliances and occasionally blood-clot amen, you can conquer the world, or at least carve out some decent legacy.